Hey, and welcome to a new episode of I Know Jax. I'm Joe Talentino, and I have a great show for you today. But before we start, I have a question for you. Did you eat? I hope you did, because I would not recommend watching I Know Jax on an empty stomach. I would even suggest getting a snack and a drink, kick off your shoes, let down your hair, and make yourself really comfortable, because today you're in for a treat. I'm starting something new this week too. We're going to be doing a trivia question and answer every week, and I'll get back to that in a little bit. But first, we're going to visit one of the most popular food trucks here in town, Berndt Ends BBQ. Shaine is preparing for the contest at the Datil Pepper Festival, and this year I decided to follow him and find out what goes into making award-winning barbecue. I wanted to find out how to make award-winning barbecue, so I headed down to St. Augustine to meet with Shaine, who was getting ready to prepare a Datil Pepper infused Carolina injected whole hog.
And then you want to move about every 2 inches, because we've got about 8. You can see where I've injected already.
Berndt Ends BBQ has won the People's Choice Award 3 years in a row at the Datil Pepper Festival, and now Shaine was hoping to get his 4th win. There's a lot of work that goes into prep. Luckily, Shaine has help. This is Wayne. There's also a lot of technique and skill involved in this. Next is the rub. So what you got in that? Brown sugar and what else?
Brown sugar, black pepper, garlic, onion, salt, cumin.
Shaine tells me that they run the smoker at 230 degrees. Now that's a lot of meat to carry.
Got it? Look at that, boy. I think we're ready.
Do it.
Let's do it.
It's about midnight. That's perfect timing. Shaine lights the smoker. The hog is now going to slowly smoke and will be ready first thing in the morning. Now, I went home and slept in my own bed, but Shaine and Wayne stayed on site all night to watch over the smoker. The Datil Pepper Festival is an annual festival taking place at the St. John's Agricultural Center every October. Here you can find all kinds of vendors. Datil pepper sauces, Datil pepper plants, and even Datil pepper t-shirts. Basically, there's everything Datil pepper you can imagine. And then there's, of course, the very popular cook-off competition. Tell me how you got started in all this barbecue mess.
In my backyard, cooking for friends, Joe. I'm a people person.
I hadn't noticed this about you.
No, not at all. So I like to entertain.
Okay.
And I like to show off my skill when it's right. So the wife actually bought me a smoker for my birthday. Man, if I could go back and get the money that I had that wasted on trial and error, we'd be millionaires. But through it all, 14 years later, here we are with Berndt Ends BBQ. We've been in the truck, give or take, about 20 months. We started off slow, doing weekend events, night events, and finally I just said, you know what? This is my calling. We got to go.
So tell me a little bit about what you're making today.
Well, today we did a Datil Carolina injected whole hog, our famous crack mac, but we infused it with Datil pepper. What goes best with barbecue?
Beer?
I agree. If we didn't have beer, what would be your next option?
Sweet tea.
Not just sweet tea, Datil sweet tea.
And it has that nice little slow burn on the back end, baby.
It does. It's sweet, and then it's got a subtle burn, and it's gone in about 15, 18 seconds until you drink it again.
And what are your predictions for today? You haven't opened up the lines yet, so
you know.
Go ahead, put your foot in your mouth. Look, I got to get this on camera.
I'm going in to win. There's a lot of love that goes into this. Everything we do is house made. Even our sides, our sauces, Joe. Even the injections that you saw last night, I make all of those. Right. Our mustard, our Datil sweet, our sweet Carolina, all house made. It's a win-win situation, really, when you're putting out a good product. The food truck is the way to go. I love it. I love it.
So Can we look forward to you being one of those food trucks that transitions to the other side, so to speak?
Let's not get this twisted. The food truck can never go anywhere. We are actually working on going brick and mortar the first of the year. I can't tell you when. We're still in the makings of it, but the food truck will still stay on the road.
While Shaine and his team served up barbecue, I went to see what else there was to taste at the Datil Pepper Festival. And finally, it was time to find out if Shaine and his crew was going to win for the 4th year in a row.
Berndt Ends BBQ, and if you don't smell smoke, it's a joke.
Now maybe you picked up a few pointers too that you can use barbecuing for your friends and family next time. It is October and Oktoberfests are everywhere, but October doesn't have to be all about beer because wine works just fine. Most of my friends are really into pumpkin, and I actually read recently that there's a pumpkin spray you can spritz on pumpkin spice onto anything, even broccoli. Anyway, pumpkin's not my favorite fall flavor. I'm more into apples and cinnamon and brown sugar and all that stuff. Now, I got together with Kris Chislett to talk about how you can pair wine with fall flavors. Today I'm with my buddy Kris Chislett, the wine guy, and we're going to talk about something pretty cool because in October, beer takes over.
It does, unfortunately.
And everybody, and that's all they can talk about.
The whole Oktoberfest
beer.
thing,
But guess
yeah.
what? There's German wine too, right?
Did you even know that there was
Honestly, when I think wine, I think France or California.
France.
France.
Right? Not
I say
France.
France.
Not France, yeah.
I don't speak French.
I like it. So I brought a German Riesling because we got all these wonderful schnitzels and bratwursts and
This is
hanging things.
Jaeger Schnitzel, bratwurst, and a pretzel from the German Schnitzel House on Atlantic Boulevard, brought over here specifically by Chef
Cool
Steve.
place, you've been there, right?
Really nice place.
So I brought this this German Riesling. It's a little bit of it's a drier style, right? So Germany actually produces a lot of wine, but it is kind of colder there, you know.
So it's not the same type of grapes, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, not totally different grapes. Like Riesling is one of the main grapes. This is a Riesling, and they don't grow a lot of red. Like red grapes, it's too cold.
Okay.
So the grapes are.
So they're known more for white wines?
Yeah. Like you don't see Cabernet or Merlot or Shiraz, Syrah, any of those, because the skins are too thick.
Okay.
So there's not enough sunlight. The grapes
Gotcha.
can't ripen. So Riesling, Gewürztraminer, like all, even like a little bit. There you go. Pinot Noir in the reds, because it's got a thin skin, so the grapes ripen. And yeah, so this is the good thing about German. I mean, not really a good thing, depending on how you see it. German wines tend to have a little bit of a lower alcohol, which is kind of
That's not a good thing.
Not a good thing. But for pairing with food,
it's
actually a really good thing if you're trying to pair with spicier foods,
right?
Because it doesn't overpower the food. And
so it goes with more different.
Yeah. Well, and that's why sometimes beer is better with like spicier foods because it's something so hot. But this is I brought this specifically with these dishes because we've got what's this, the schnitzel, right?
Jaeger Schnitzel.
The Jaeger Schnitzel.
Yeah.
There you go. You say it better than I do. It's
That's
got
one thing I say better than you do.
it's fried, so it's got a little bit of grease to it. Hopefully, this wine's going to kind of cut through it a little bit. Which we're not going to be eating this on camera, but I'll be eating it off camera.
Oh yeah.
First thing you notice, if you've ever had a Riesling before, it's nowhere near as dry, as sweet as some of the, everyone thinks Riesling, they think sweet.
Yeah.
The one thing, well, I'll probably have to do a close-up of this. There's a little term on the front there, fine herb. I'm probably...
Fine herb.
Fine herb. It's like fine herb. You've got to say it kind of angry in German.
You got to be mad.
Yeah, that means just means off dry. It's F-E-I-N-H-E-R-B. It's a German word for like off dry.
So not quite dry, not quite.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's got, you know, it's really more on the
Man,
dry
they're
side
all
than it
about
is
the
sweet.
middle, aren't they?
They are, you know, it's that balance. But
Balance.
so this is subtle, really minerally, like peach, pear, like green apple, no oak.
No.
So it's almost skewing more towards like a Pinot Grigio
Not very buttery either.
kind of style. No, definitely not.
No.
So it's you know, definitely lighter, really good for food pairing.
Very good.
And that's typically how wines from the Mosel, the region, this
Okay.
is, you know, the river Mosel, from this region are. They're typically lighter and
Cool.
really food friendly. So
So there you have it. In Germany, it's not all about beer. They got wines as well.
yeah.
We'll see you guys on the next Wine Guy segment. My wife is stressing me out. I know she does that pretty often, but the other day she informed me there are only 12 more shows left till the end of the year. And then she proceeded to plan for what we should do for Christmas break this year. I was like, no, hold your horses. It's not even Halloween yet, for crying out loud. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me enjoy the peace and quiet of October. Before we start talking about Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Christmas shopping, please. We have plenty of time, don't we? Now, before the break, I started talking about Christmas, but really, I want to talk about football season and tailgating. That's what I wanted to talk about. I started out with a great barbecue, but then I went a little off track, and now it's time to bring it all back in. I love grilling out and I love tailgating, so it's not surprising that every now and then I get a hankering for a really good gourmet burger. Today I'm at Epic Burger at the corner of Atlantic and Girvin Road. And I was told they got some really cool burgers. Let's go check them out.
I've always wanted to open my own restaurant. That's been my goal since I went to culinary school. So I wanted to start with burgers. I love burgers. I wanted to do something different, not do simple burgers. I think that's kind of been done already, so I wanted to kind of go all out. Yeah, a few times over. Wanted to go all out and do everything that I thought would taste good and put together what I thought made the perfect burger. For me here, it's going to be the Epic Burger. It's our version of bacon cheeseburger. Start with the brioche bun. I don't like it when the buns, you eat the burger and it mushes down to nothing. We have pancetta, just for something different as opposed to bacon, cornichons, balsamic mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, red onions on it. We wrap all ours in paper, just kind of old-fashioned, but it gives
Old school.
Old school.
With a name right on top so we know what it is.
So we know what it is. It gives the customer a plate kind of built in. Hawaiian Locals burger doesn't really get a lot of vegetables. All it gets is some green onion.
A little green onion there.
Just for a little bite. So she's got a steakhouse. This one is going to be one of our more unique burgers.
Okay.
It's a steakhouse burger. So we've got our restaurant burger patty. We've got caramelized onions.
Okay.
Now we're going to do something that I don't think I've seen on a hamburger before. We break up some maitre d' butter.
Oh, nice.
So maitre d' butter,
Parsley and
parsley, and some Worcestershire sauce, some lemon juice, some garlic.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
when it comes
you
to
know
food.
that one. And that's obviously, we call it Lay's Steakhouse Burger just because I
That
like to
sounds
be
fancy,
corny.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
We're very familiar with corny on our show, so
Yeah.
go for it.
so we meet that. And again, we
Cornichon
get the
again.
cornichons. Basically any burger that I've been trying to be a little bit, I guess, fancier with is going to get the cornichons.
Cool.
And I think they work. I really enjoy them.
Extra little.
And that's a simple burger. What I didn't try and do in this restaurant was make everything massive, large, huge, over-the-top portions. Because although it looks cool, it doesn't really do anything taste-wise
No.
most of the time.
You can order several if you really want to go
Yeah.
crazy.
So when you close it up and wrap it up, by the time the customer gets it,
It's all melted
It's
in.
all melted in there.
Nice.
Again, that's one of my favorite burgers.
And that's called a steakhouse burger?
Steakhouse burger, Lay's Steakhouse burger.
Lay's steakhouse
Don't forget
burger.
the lay.
Gotta have the lay in there. So tell me what's in the vegan burger.
Well, we make our own guacamole here from scratch.
Okay. Oh,
See, nice fresh guacamole.
So you
Lettuce.
And the guac looks like it's got red onions and all kinds of good
Yeah,
stuff.
we got everything loaded up in that guac.
And then the burger itself is made out, is that black bean or?
Black bean, we got chickpeas, a little pepper, a little onions.
Here,
We
spices.
make these here a couple times a week at least.
Awesome.
It's Hawaiian local, so all we're missing is some Spam.
And it's got a egg on it.
Yeah, we got a fried piece of Spam, it's got soy sauce on it, green onions. And now the egg, this one is fried with the yolk broken.
Okay.
But we let customers order it, which my favorite way, like over easy.
Yeah,
So the
little
yolk
runny.
breaks and
Yeah,
runs. It's like having a sauce on the
Yeah,
burger.
of course. For the Vietnamese chicken burger, Corey added spicy mayo on the bun and pickled vegetables. And now it's time to kick it up a notch.
Fresh jalapenos, not out of a bottle, so there's plenty of spice.
Nice.
And then nice
Cilantro.
piece of fresh cilantro sitting across the top of it. Close it up. And
Well,
that's
if you need somebody to work on weekends, I know, at least I know all the ingredients.
you will know it.
Chef Corey hooked me up. We have all the burgers that we fried before. We have the Hawaiian, the steakhouse, the vegan, the epic, and the Vietnamese chicken, which is the one I'm going to try eating. And we have Parmesan truffle fries and beer batter gluten-free onion rings. And last but not least, we got dessert, which is, they call this the Elvis, which is a banana, peanut butter, and bacon. You heard it right. Peanut butter, bacon, and banana. And then a chocolate covered strawberry shake, which is strawberry shake with chocolate on the outside. Pretty cool. That is good. You just can't go wrong with great burgers or great barbecue. Throw in some great local craft beer and you have, well, a party. This week I'm starting something new in the show. We're going to start doing trivia questions, and this is how it's going to work. My friends at Trivia Nation are going to ask a question, and after a short commercial break, we'll give you the answer, so it's time to listen up.
Hey, this is Steve with Trivia Nation. It's time to get your think on. Our question today is, what is Steve Carell's highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes with a 91% rating? Again, what is Steve Carell's top rated film on Rotten Tomatoes with a 91% rating? Good luck.
I'm Donna Deegan, CEO, Chief Eternal Optimist of 26.2 with Donna, and I hope you'll watch I Know Jax.
Here at I Know Jax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on iknowjax.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit iknowjax.com/advertising.
Hey, this is Steve with Trivia Nation. It's time to get your think on. We asked you, what was Steve Carell's highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes with a 91% rating? That was Little Miss Sunshine in 2006.
Did you get it? I didn't. I'm really good at some trivia, but there are a lot of categories I know nothing about, like country music, baseball, or the TV show Friends. Don't worry if you didn't get it this time. You'll get a new chance next week. Celebrate the Jacksonville Farmers Market at Moon Over the Market on November 9th at 6 p.m. under sparkling lights with live music, unlimited cocktails from Island Oasis, beer from Engine 15, tastes of local food, and a student culinary competition too. Brought to you by Gastro Jax and the Northeast Florida chapter of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. with a new episode of I Know Jax. But before then, I'll see you on the internet.